Welcome everyone. Today we will have a look at a very interesting game that happened in Bronze Elo, Bronze 1 it is, I think. One of my viewers, his name is Kalangel, Kalangel? Probably Kalangel, and he's playing Misfortune with Arcane Comet, and alright, already some fighting going on. Damn, super aggressive. The flash. Wow. Okay, almost the heal. Alright. Yeah, this is Bronze Elo, so I hopefully will be able to point out a lot of things that could have gone differently, or should have gone differently. First of all, the Lissandra support, which is a questionable pick, and starting with 0 health potions, so you should really punish her. Just pressing tab, seeing that she doesn't have any form of regeneration. Every kind of harass you get onto her will stick, and yeah, you're really aggressively looking for those trades, but you can just chill back, farm those minions, wait for them to overstep. Yeah, this is the time where you go in. Very good. Oh, very aggressive, but paid off. Paid flashes and got the kill. Alright, yeah, you're missing that farm for no reason. Pay attention to minions, that's always the #1 advice that you can give to lower elo players, because when you improve your farm, right there you missed a minion too, and this minion you miss, this minion you miss too. Just by simply improving your farm, you will get so much more items so much quicker and be very much stronger as a result. So this is an easy fix. Just pick up all the farm you can. Right now you could probably be at like 23 CS or something, almost 10 CS more. Yeah, but as far as this lane is concerned, you definitely have the advantage because you poke them out. The Lissandra didn't buy any regeneration. Jinx is very weak in general in this meta, and she does not have the best early game in general, right? She's a scaling crit ADC who is very much reliant on items, on multiple items that is. Alright, so you returned, you've bought 3 health potions. You should have instead probably bought a refillable potion for the same gold, which also does the trick and doesn't put you too far behind gold-wise, or item-wise rather, which is gold, basically. Okay, she got caught again. You fight in the middle of minions, which is a little bit iffy. You took a lot of damage from minions there. We can have a look. Let's break this down. Alright, she gets caught. Now you just drop your E, drop a Q, drop an auto attack, and kite towards the bush, so you drop minion aggro. What happens? You E, and you auto, and you just stand still. And see, this minion attacking you, these 3 attacking you, this is so much damage. Yeah, now you go into the bush. Yeah, you should have done this immediately after your E auto Q combo. Right, picking up the minions, still having minion aggro, which really sucks. You get it, come on. Oh, you didn't even try to get a cannon minion. Dude, farm is so important. It's so important. Alright, yeah, this is one of the things you need to improve on. Pay attention to minions. There's so much gold. Way more gold than kills. Alright, she didn't die, you didn't die, everything's fine. You are very much ahead. Graves is ahead of Xinjiao as of now, and the other lanes are doing fine. Yasuo's behind too. Right, now you force them back. Now you push this ASAP. You push this under turret, so she misses as much farm as possible. Because obviously the tower eats the minions, and then you can... Well, she goes back. She's back now, and she can spend her gold. Oh, she didn't go back. Wow, that's something. Yeah, but what she should have done is go back, spend her gold, and come back with full HP. Right, she just suicided for whatever reason. Yeah, she's really not dodging anything from the Lux. No, you miss it again? Dude, come on. Okay, promise me one thing. When you go into your next games, at least try to last hit the minions. At least try, be aware. Awareness is the first step. You need to be aware of minions. Alright. Yeah, but I think macro-wise, well, Of course, this is some mechanical stuff, paying attention to minions and to last hitting, but I will probably focus more on macro play this game because of how it turns out in the end. I won't spoiler it for you, or to spoiler or to spoil? Oh, tough question. Maybe some native speaker can answer. Alright, yeah, but now the Jinx has she been back? Why doesn't she... Alright, she doesn't have any farm either, so no items for her. Right, last hit these minions, last hit them. Okay, the Jinx got caught again, the Jinx flashes. Wow, this lane is really something. Lux's though, don't know what she's trying to accomplish. You don't need to dive or anything crazy, all you need to do is just keep the pressure up, poke her out, and safely farm the minions. Farm is worth so much gold. Right, that's super dumb of her. Right, you got to heal, but you are in a very dangerous spot there. Damn. Your ideas are correct, but the execution is a little bit clunky. You take way too much damage from minion aggro, walk into too many skill shots. Yeah, it's the timings for your aggressions are chosen wisely. Okay, now you're dead. You didn't ward, and Xin Zhao just picks you off now. No way you live this. Yeah, goodbye, Lux. Alright, yeah, this is another reason why as soon as you force them back or kill them, you just push on the tower and leave, so you don't get picked up by the jungler. And obviously you should keep this river area warded so this doesn't happen. Yeah, League is really a game of vision, so as long as you can establish vision control in your area, you should be good to go. Even against the strong ganking junglers such as Xin Zhao. Alright, top lane happening. You're buying lethality, which is fine. Lethality works well with Arcane Comet. Your runes are fine too, I had a look at them. I think it's, you chose Arcane Comet, Mana Flow Band, Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm with Triumph and Coup de Grace. It's fine. I prefer Celerity, but Absolute Focus is fine. Yeah, runes are, the runes are not, won't make that big of a difference in this elo, as long as they are decent. And obviously Arcane Comet works on Misfortune quite well. Oh, that's unlucky, but she should be dead. Oh, the Graves misses his ulti. Unfortunate, but you're still very much ahead bot lane. Now what you need to do is you need to push your advantage as much as possible. Push this lane quickly so the Jinx misses the CS, as I've explained earlier, and always stay ahead in items. How much gold do you have on yourself? 500? That's not too much. Yeah, very good that you warded here. Very important. Right now you're playing fine decision-wise. It's just a little... there are just some mechanical hiccups, which cause you to take a lot of damage, actually. But your decision-making is very good. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah. Run. Run, just run! Do you have flash? Okay, as long as the Xin Zhao is not... Okay, he's not pressuring you, you can fight this. It's always a little bit shaky if the enemy jungler just arrives here. And, well, what happens to me quite frequently is that, especially when I get a kill here, I tunnel vision so hard that I most of the time see him when it's too late. In this replay, I didn't see him until it was probably too late for me as well. I just told you to run. Yeah, it's a free turret. Just take it. Go back. Alright. Now, go back now. You got a lot of gold. The enemy are respawning. Just spend your gold. And go top lane. What are you doing? What are you up to? You have 1.7k on you. 1.7k gold. That's a completed first lethality item plus boots if you go to the shop now. Super risky, overstaying like this. Back timings are really important. Rand can take this tower on his own, it's no problem. You're much better off upgrading your items. But after this tower, it's latest that you should go back, yeah. Alright. You still wanna fight? You probably can, because the Lysandra is so far behind, yeah. But generally speaking, now you've walked towards the Jinx with 2,200 gold that you did not yet convert into items. No, just go back. Go back. You have enough gold in your inventory. More than enough. You need to spend it. Gold is not worth anything until you convert it into items and therefore into stats. But Jinx looks to have recalled. Let's have a look. Yeah, she did. Okay, please tell me you go back after this wave. What you could have been doing... Okay, let me break this down for you. You see what happened? You could have, after you took this tower, could have recalled, spend your gold, go top lane, try to snowball your lead to the top lane. What you instead did was take the turret together with Brand, which Brand would have done on his own too, and then kill the Lysandra with the Lux, which would have happened. The Lux had a solo kill on her, basically. It's she got caught by the binding and then the Lux combo killed her off. You were not really needed, but instead you just walked there, then you walked there, and then you went bot, and you didn't do anything on the map. You didn't use your lead to snowball your team. If you had backed at this point when you took this turret and spent your gold and went top lane, you could have completely turned this fight around with all your items. Yeah, but this way you allowed the Xinjiao and the Yasuo to get fed. They lost the fight and you could have easily turned it if you were there. Right. Yeah, but now the snowball kind of goes rolling, and it's really hard to stop that. Okay, Dustblade plus Dirk plus Boots. Yeah, that's a fine pickup. Alright, now you go top lane, which is nice. You should you should be looking to take top tower next. I really want to fast forward and stuff, because narrating every single... But can I fast forward without the time controls? I think the plus button might be fast forward. No, as long as I hide the time controls, I cannot fast forward. Alright, yeah, this is kind of... Okay, very good that you react. It might be too late here. Yeah, now it's too late. Definitely too late. Yikes. Alright. Let's have a look. Oh damn, I pressed back twice. No, this is another 15 seconds of nothingness. Okay, but let's see what happens here and what you could have done differently. Okay, so the Lux misses a skill shot and gets caught and dies. At this point, the fight is already lost. You lost Lux, and this guy goes down 1v3. What you can do here, at this very moment, drop your E and drop your R, but not any second later. And you still walk forward, close the distance towards those guys, and then you ult. They all walk out of it. You still keep on channeling. Now, this is the latest point at which you should just cancel your ult and go auto-attacking the Rakan. Okay, you kind of do, but the main point is here you just... This was not a 3 versus 3. This was a 3 versus 1, and then another 3 versus 1, and then another 3 versus 1. All in the enemy favor. This is why you lost this fight. You should have just backed off. No, another 1 versus 3. The Rakan died finally, but still. 4 of you died for one of them. It's you should have just let the Lux die, and then 1 for 0 is way better than 4 for 1, obviously. Now the Xin is starting to look really nasty. And enemy bruisers that are fed are pretty much an AD carry's worst nightmare. Okay, so you are finishing Berserker's Greaves. Item-wise, as far as itemization is concerned, I am currently not a huge fan of the lethality build, but it certainly works. That's probably kind of a playstyle thing, because I like going my Bloodthirster build against all these bruisers. But you should probably contemplate going for what's its name? Ninja Tabby and Guardian Angel, because what's going to kill you? The Rakan mid lane does zero, well, not zero damage, but I think he's very lackluster as a burst mage, so you don't need to be concerned with him. The Jinx is super behind, the Sandra is useless, Xin Zhao and Yasuo are the only ones who are dangerous for you. So buying Ninja Tabby and Guardian Angel is probably the way to go. And additionally, what I suggest you, I said earlier your runes are fine, and they really are, but if you miss the attack speed from not going Berserker's Greaves, then you could just run Legend Alacrity instead of Coup de Grace or Triumph, depending on your preferences. Yeah, but as far as itemization is concerned, you now can, by pressing tab, just like I am doing, you can identify the... Damn, what are you doing? Okay, I thought he was in there. You can identify who's going to kill you. That's always the question you have to ask yourself. You just press tab and think, who is going to kill me in team fights? And you itemize accordingly. And in the mid and late game, Yasuo and Zhao being fed will obviously always go for you, because you're the AD carry and you have quite a bit of gold on you, since you put the Jinx so far behind. Damn. No, don't walk in, please. Need to respect the zone. And the thing against Yasuo is, this is another reason I don't like building lethality against Yasuo specifically, because playing around his wind wall is so hard when you do not have reliable auto attacks. Okay. Damn. Damn. A lot of stuff going on here. Okay. Let's go over this team fight, shall we? This is the Lyssandra's attempt to hard engage, which fails, and you get her ulti, which is really nice, and a lot of poke damage. Lux wastes her ulti though. Kinda sucks. Right, what happens here? You have to keep in mind who's going to kill you. The Rakan? Probably not so much, but he can initiate on you. This is something you have to keep in mind. And you now blatantly attack this turret with Yasuo, who can dash through the minions on top of you, with Rakan, who can just jump on you, and okay, Xin Zhao is very far away, but you still need to respect those two. You back off, but you're still very, very much up front. You're basically playing frontline, even taking a tower shot there. The enemy's still not initiating. Lux flashed for some reason, and now you get knocked up by the Yasuo and just die. You always need to play around the Yasuo knock-up, because that happens, the team fight is over. You get basically eliminated as a damage source. And he ults in. Yeah. Graves goes down immediately, and you manage to flash out, right? And now, instead of running, you just channel your ulti, which allows the Sandra to kill you, and the Rakan. You kind of have to. Okay, let's explain something about team fights in general. Team fights typically break down into 4 phases. The first one being the sound is annoying. The first team fight phase is the direct initiation. Basically, any kind of hard CC works. It's the team initiating wants to create a fight or flight response from the enemy team, and what then happens is you either decide to fight or to run. And if the fight actually happens, and during this direct initiation phase, well, actually, let's show it on this team fight here. All right. So this could be. This is of course hard CC, but using this as a direct initiation for a team fight is iffy because you need to tower dive. You still kind of want to go and disengage, and Lux flashes for some reason. Okay, this is where the direct initiation happens. Yasuo's hard CC, the knock-up, initiates the team fight, and as an AD carry, well, okay, I need to go over the team fight phases first, because as an AD carry, if you do not have QSS, and that does not apply in every case because knockups, you cannot QSS them. But in general, you don't want to join a team fight in the first two phases. In the direct initiation, which is the first phase, and in the follow-up initiation, you want to be running around in circles back here, or do something safe. Try to at least don't get involved. Don't eat any form of crowd control. The time you go in is when all of the enemy's CC is on cooldown, and this is the direct initiation, which you somehow survive, and then of course the fight breaks out and the follow-up initiation comes. You flash out, could have, and by that you could have avoided the follow-up initiation, but yeah, you get hit by the other CCs, and bam, now you're down. And the team fight is already over at this point, but this would be the point at which the AD carry would finally come live in the hit tanks or hit frontline phase. You can go for hit backline, but your job as an AD carry is really not to kill the enemy backline, but to kill their frontline, which is why you specifically need to be concerned with dealing with bruises. And yeah, in this third teamfight phase, the hit tanks phase, all the big crowd control abilities are on cooldown, and you can freely run around, auto attack, or even stand still and channel your Misfortune ultimates. And then afterwards, there's just the cleanup phase, just finish off tanks, finish off low health targets. And by the way, during this third phase, after all the crowd control has been blown, this is the premier time for assassins also to go in. You need to keep those in mind, but there are no assassins on the enemy team, so that's kind of off the table. And yeah, just for the sake of yeah, so I don't leave anything out. In the fourth phase, you obviously clean up, but you don't chase too much. You immediately, if you won the team fight, immediately go for objectives. This is also very important, else you won't get anything out of the kills except for a little bit of gold, but gold doesn't win you the game, objectives do. Right, you take Scuttle Crab, which is nice, and Rift Herald should be yours as well. Windwall is out, which is important, but you don't have your ulti, do you? Yeah, you don't. Right, direct initiation happening on you again, which should never happen. But the enemy is not in the position to... Well, they kinda are. Yeah, this is the same story, basically. Not knowing about the teamfight phases. Right, yeah, you are the target of the direct initiation again, which is the worst spot to be in as an AD carry. Which it's basically an auto-lose if for the team fight if this happens to you as an AD carry. Yeah, should have just kept running, but you gave the enemy enough time to gap close. Now you just get wiped. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this might be a rather unexciting concept to grasp, but while you and the enemy team are staring each other down or are looking for picks, staying back and running around in circles is actually a very, very good option. It sounds lame, you feel like you accomplished nothing, but you are the AD carry, you're not the playmaker in the sense of you don't look for fights. You wait for fights to happen and then you play reactively. You wait for the direct initiation, which is the hard CC from you or the enemy team. Then you wait for the follow-up initiation from the enemy front line, and be wary of enemy mages. Well, in this game you don't really have a mage too. They might be flash bombing you, just flashing onto you and killing you. So this is something you need to keep in mind while team fighting too. Always stay away from the burst mages. But then you can finally start auto-attacking the bruisers or just ult as Misfortune. It's way simpler because while auto-attacking you kind of have to attack, move and kite properly. With Misfortune you can just press R, which is sufficient in most cases, especially in lower elo. Yeah, but just wait for all the hard CC to go on cooldown and then you just ult from a little bit farther back so you are not in range of enemy burst damage. Yeah, this should be a team fighting plan. But you get initiated upon over and over again, which renders you useless in team fights completely. Yeah, shit happens. Xin Zhao is 8-0. You do have counterplay though. Basically even in kills. This Infernal Drake though. The enemy might be doing... Well, actually, you will probably see them if they come from here. If they come from there, you don't see them. Yeah. They sneak the dragon. This is also very important. You just kind of split push, which is not your job. You're the AD carry. If you get caught out alone, you are dead most of the time. Yeah. This could have been easily prevented if you just stick with your team. As an AD carry, you... Well, okay, this is mid-game macro play. You typically kind of form a goon squad between one wave clear champ, which can be Brand in this case, and your support, which is Lux, and yourself, the AD carry. And you try to push the vision line in the enemy jungle, while you take most of the farm, and, well, in the side lane that is. In the mid lane, it's the wave clear champ, and the split pusher on your team on the top laner, which is Camille, she just goes for a split push. And she has teleport, which enables her to do so. But you are never the split pusher. If you do this, you obviously die, and you deserve it, kinda. I'm sorry if I'm mean, but yeah, that's basically what you get when you expose yourself like this. Yeah, and additionally, with an Infernal Drake on the map, you definitely should be playing around this objective. Which you didn't, because you went top lane when Infernal Drake was on the map. Yeah, but just stick with your team, wait for team fights to happen, and in Bronze Elo, team fights happen all the time, because people want to fight. And if you just wait patiently until anybody does anything stupid, then you can easily punish their mistake by ulting. Wait for the CC to go on cooldown, wait for them to get greedy, wait for them to initiate on somebody who's not worth it, and then you ult them and kill them all. Especially, this is your premier game plan with Lethality Misfortune. Your ult is so strong. Random chasing, yeah. Right, now you're grouped, which is fine. But now you're grouped bot lane or bot side, which doesn't accomplish anything, because the objective on the map is Baron, right? And also your mid is getting pushed in, so yeah, questionable choice. Okay, he gets initiated, just auto him, auto. Okay, you went in melee range against Yasuo. You have 550 range, that's very important, you need to use it. Always kite backwards, and practice kiting if you must. Practice auto-attacking, moving away, auto-attacking, moving away. Very important. Very important skill to pick up as an AD carry. Yeah, you lose top lane here. You can't react in time. Jinx should be running now, but she isn't. Wow! What is she doing? Holy crap. Yeah, as an AD carry, you need some basic mechanics, even when playing Misfortune. Even then. And now you're kind of going on the attack speed route, which even further stresses the necessity of being able to kite. Are you using attack move, by the way? If not, you definitely should, and you should practice it. You can do it with the A button, but I like to do it with my mouse wheel. I just so the middle mouse button. You just press it, and the game basically does anything for you. You walk towards the cursor and auto attack anything that's in sight, which is very important for kiting because you can then alternate between your middle mouse button and your right click, so you move and then you auto attack, you move and then you auto attack. You always click right next to your target. So, because with attack move you auto attack the closest target to your cursor. And when you then press your right mouse button, you obviously walk with them or away from them, depending on where your cursor is. Alright, but let's look at this team fight. Attack moving, I probably did a bad job explaining this right now, but there are a number of videos on attack moving on YouTube. Just type it in the search bar. You probably find a... I learned it from a video by Philol. I might link it in the description, and you can just click on it. And yeah, this is basically how I do it. But okay, let's look at this team fight. hard CC, the stun from the Camille, direct initiation happens. Fight or flight response is created. You got hit by a knockup. You walk into melee range. You blatantly walk at this Xin Zhao and at this Yasuo. And then you ult. You see your ult has this much range. And this is, by the way, the widest cone. Here it's very easy to dodge, to walk up or walk down. And this area is the sweet spot, basically, because the edges are very far away, you see. So you stand here and ult until this far. You could have just stood here in this bush safely, ult until this point, and still hit them all, not dying and easily winning this team fight. But you walked into melee range to ult, and this killed you. Unfortunate, but it's very... The good news is all these mistakes are very much manageable. So quite easy fixes, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not like anything... You don't need to magically become a godlike player. You just need to be aware of your positioning and of the teamfight phases. And when to join a team fight and when to walk in circles. Walking in circles is OP. Quote me on this. Trust me. Walk in circles until enemy CC is on cooldown and then you go off. Alright, yeah, you lose base here. Nothing you can do. No, oh goodness, don't... Okay. At least you backed off this time. Don't walk into melee range. Let them come to you. Use your range to your advantage. Yeah, she's dead. Ooh, she's in Zonya's. Kinda wasting time there. Right, the game is still winnable. You're not that far behind and you only lost one inhibitor. Need to be wary of Baron though. Neither team seems interested. Yeah, what you should be... Well, you're still kind of behind, so... you need to play reactively in general anyway, and not try to make anything crazy happen. Just keep vision around the Baron area and wait for them to... Well, wait for your inhibitor to respawn. That's the #1 thing to do right now. But you need to be wary of the enemy. Yeah, now they're approaching Baron. Now you should immediately start moving. Just be in the area. They're not starting it as of now. You need to kind of fight for vision at this point. Because if you don't have any vision, they can just take it for free and you have no idea. Place a ward here. This is the most important thing. Alright. Baron is not yet happening. Direct initiation is happening, and you again kind of walk into... Well, this is kind of not worth it, because what you should have been doing... The Yasuo is dead, 100%. You should have just kited... You should have been kiting away and auto-attacking Lissandra. Yeah, you still get the kill, but you took a lot of unnecessary damage. You could be full health right now. And with this build, you don't have any form of lifesteal, so taking chip damage like this is something you need to avoid. Things gets caught out. Right. This is risky. The enemy jungler is alive. You should not be doing this. Especially not fighting 1v2 while you fight Baron. That's so dumb. Yikes. Yeah, you are again the target of a direct initiation. Get hit by the Rakan charm and then picked off by the Xin Zhao. What you should have been doing... Well, first of all, don't take this Baron. This is this sign for you to back off when one of your teammates starts inting and the enemy jungler is still alive. Right, now you back off after taking a lot of damage. You walk into melee range, you walk into knock-up range from the Rakan. And had you been standing back here at the Brand's recall spot, you could have reacted to the initiation happening on the Lux. But this way, you have no chance of doing anything. Yeah, that's game. I would guess. I don't know. I would guess it's game. Only Graves and Brand are alive and they're still recalling. Yeah. Alright, the Yasuo's styling on you right now. Yeah, alright. This game could have been easily turned around at multiple occasions, but yeah, that's what the series is there for. So I can point them out and you can be aware. The first step is to get aware of the mistakes that are happening, and then you can apply the fixing methods. Okay, key takeaways from this game. First and foremost, learn to farm, learn to last hit, and pay attention to minions in lane. This is so important. This will easily get you to mid-silver on its own if you just improve your farming skills. Secondly, this is kind of more advanced, but yeah, it's not really. Oh, damn, it is necessary. You need to learn to attack move and to kite properly. Use your range to your advantage. Don't walk into melee range against bruisers. And the third point and most important one. Know the team fight phases, know how a team fight usually unfolds and develops, and do your job in the team fight. And your job is to kill the front line as an AD carry. So you wait for the initiation, you wait until the crowd control and the gap closes are on cooldown, and yeah, then you go from there. Position yourself properly. That's the summary. All right, but I hope you learned something, and I could teach you something. Leave me a like if you found this video helpful, and if you want to be featured in the series, leave a comment with your summoner name and your server, and in the best case, an example game. The example game you want to have examined, so I kind of know what to look out for, because I can pick random games. Don't get me wrong, but in games where you have the feeling that something went wrong and you don't know what it was, I obviously have more to tell you there. Alright, but I'm just rambling, and I should probably conclude this video. Yeah, have a nice day and see you next time.